Hey guys, Alejo here, and I'm just about to head to bed, and I thought before I did, I would just quickly make this video about surviving the first week after you've had a baby. I just got one of those calls where a dear friend of mine was basically ready to get on a plane and head to Mexico, and in shock, literal shock about where his life has ended up. I guess the baby's been crying every night. His wife is not happy. They haven't had sleep. And there was no one that just understood where he was at. And myself being a father, I seem to be that person that guys call. And I thought that comprehensive summary of what we discussed might be useful for other fathers out there that are experiencing the same thing. Essentially, what happened to my life? Who am I? And how am I going to get through this? And the good news is that this is going to be okay. If you have a few simple strategies, and I'm going to give you 4 strategies today. So something that every one of us really understands is soldiering, or the concept of soldiering. I don't mean literally going to war, but I mean the idea of being a soldier and doing the best that you can with the situation that you have. It means being a soldier of love. One of the most important things that happens during this small period of time is that the mom really wants to know that her little family unit is safe and secure. And that is a primal cue that is in every new mom. And as a dad, you're not instructed, you're not given intuition or skills or learning or education to deal with that first 90-day period. So here's the first 4 steps. Number 1, evince forth love. That means that on every level, and I'm going to combine this with also do no harm. So evince forth love and do no harm means that on subconscious, subliminal, and overt levels, you need to communicate to that primal core instinct of your partner that you love her and that you're there for her and the baby and that everything is going to be okay. Now refer back to the idea of being a soldier. It doesn't matter if you believe it or not. That's not at play here. So this leads us to rule number 2, have no mind. Meaning, it's so simple to start thinking when you're deprived of sleep, literally incapacitated by thoughts and fears, to start creating doubt in your life. Doubt about your marriage, doubt about the child, doubt about the birth, doubt about your home, doubt about yourself. So, have no mind. You literally are handicapped for the next 90 days. You are being bombarded by cortisol, by hormones, by sleep deprivation. You do not have the capacity to be at the wheel and be thinking. So have no mind. This is just basic soldiering now. For the next 90 days, all you're going to do is do what is necessary to evince forth love and do no harm and have no mind. Now I'm going to give you one last little idea of having humble gratitude. So the mind kicks in and starts telling you that, what the heck have I done to my life? This is not what I chose. This is not who I am, etc., etc., etc. The doubt, which we're going to eradicate in the next 90 days, starts to creep in. And a really great system to deal with cortisol and to deal with doubt is gratitude. I'm grateful I'm alive. I'm grateful I'm breathing. I'm grateful for the capacity of health that I have at hand. I'm grateful for my home. I'm grateful that there's a roof over my head. I'm grateful that I have food in my belly. I'm grateful that I have a car. I'm grateful that I have a job. It doesn't matter what the job is. And doing gratitude in a harmonious and meditative way will switch literally the chemicals that are firing in your brain from cortisol slowly over to grateful mind. In the first in the beginnings of this system, establish that you have 90 days to soldier. Literally start a countdown. I want you to go to your calendar. I want you to circle the day. And from 90 days from now, that's when you can start thinking and having sane thoughts and criticisms. So for the next 90 days, and day number 1, evince forth love. Have no mind. And remember, evince forth love is also do no harm. That means that when you're tired or when you're feeling like maybe your wife is not being as nice to you as she should be, that's when you're not going to do harm. You're going to remember, evince forth love, do no harm. And I'm going to give you one more bonus piece of advice to get you started on this first week. It's about sleep. Right now, the ego mind is going to kick in and it's going to want to do the things that it used to do before the baby arrived. Well, guess what? It's not going to happen, at least not for the next 90 days and likely not for the next few years. So accept that there's going to be a change and get sleep when you can. You are a soldier, and soldiers sleep when it's time to sleep. Soldiers feed the baby when it's time to feed the baby, and soldiers do no harm. And this concept of sleeping should equate to having more sleep than the baby if you can. I know it's tough. You've got jobs. I know you've got duties, and I know that there's a lot going on in your life. But when you can, don't watch television, don't YouTube, don't do the things you used to do. Right now, you are at war. Get that sleep. All right? You're going to make it. I'm going to record another video tomorrow night, and I'm going to give you the next few steps for the second week of your 90 days. But in this week, we're going to evince forth love and do no harm. We are going to get through stressful moments by rolling in humble gratitude, and we're going to have no mind. And as the bonus, as I mentioned, we're going to get sleep. Whenever possible, go down and get sleep. Don't forget to hold your wife's hand, and I hope you make it through this. I know you're going to make it through this. If you just have patience and get through these first 90 days, you have an opportunity to have a legacy before you that you've never had before.